What is up?
Oh,
Welcome to Film Villains. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm great, bro. Are we live right now or what?
We are.
Oh, cool.
We're live on Instagram Live and live on YouTube Live.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I've never been live before, except for the other times we've been live.
Yeah, if anybody knows where you find your videos after you've played them on Instagram Live, let us know in the comments.
We don't know.
No fucking clue.
We don't know if anyone's out there, but we're still live, man. We're
And
live.
if you're watching this after the fact, because right now it's Monday, 6 p.m. PST, please make sure to join us, subscribe, like this video, and join us on Monday night so you can talk some crap about all the movies we're talking about with us in our chat room.
Or you could just literally talk crap about us because we're tough and we can take it.
That too.
I have feelings. I don't know. We'll try. But I'm putting my face on the internet, so I guess it's just there to talk shit. So
yeah.
We got a comment the other day. Somebody watched our show after the fact and then said, "Oh yeah, the guy in the lower left corner looks like Kane Hodder," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess he's talking about me."
Hey, that's a compliment. Kane Hodder is a handsome,
dreamy dude. That's a
man.
tough guy.
He's
yeah,
bro.
I've worked with Kane. I didn't.
You could be Kane Hodder's stunt double. You could stunt the stunt man.
I could be. Yeah.
Here's the real question: are you hotter than Hodder?
Oh damn! Well, no. What I was about to say is like,
drop. We're done, dude.
Nobody brought it up when Alex and I and Kane were making Death House, the movie, and it wasn't until after the fact, like I started getting people coming up to me at conventions and saying, "Yes, I look like Kane Hodder." I'm like, really? I'm like, do you think he's hot?
A little bit of you're hitting the silver fox in the beard.
Yeah.
No, Kane Hodder's handsome.
I had a vision the other day that my fucking stupid face is probably similar to his, so he must be very, very handsome. That's my only conclusion.
I will tell you, I've had many a sleepless night thinking of Mr. Kane Hodder. So and even many more a sleepless night thinking of Mr. Christian Ackerman.
Yes, you should.
And some very deep, sleepful nights thinking about both of them. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the best dreams.
I do have one of those.
Was terrifying. I don't talk about it. I need to with my therapist.
Yeah, you really do, bro.
I'll have to pull up that photo of me and him together, just so we can have a comparison right next to each other.
Yeah.
So
what up, Summer?
Yeah, I agree. See, Summer's just preaching the truth here. I'm with you, Summer. Christian, you are a very handsome man, and I respectfully would kiss you.
Oh wow, thank you.
I didn't say that.
I'm surprised we have not yet.
Well,
it's a wild world.
Have you not?
Yeah.
No, I've seen you guys.
Not yet.
We haven't only in our dreams.
This show is getting fucking weird.
Yeah. So Hunter, you were just working.
So Summer, we started 5 minutes late because I was 5 minutes late because I literally sprinted in my house and set up my computer and started. Yeah, I'm back on the vertical show grind, which is great. Super fun. We were filming some breakup scenes, some seduction scenes, some love scenes, some fun scenes, some all the tropes that a soap opera could give you today. Okay. So it was pretty fun day. We were filming at like a penthouse in Kansas City. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun day.
Really?
Yeah.
And are you going to be in this one this time around?
In this show, I will be not in this show. But in the next show, I am trying to get the role of drunk guy.
Oh,
We'll see.
That's usually my role. What the fuck are you talking about?
With that?
Yeah, it's stiff competition out there for guys that can really drive. See, I'm not handsome enough to be like a major role in these shows because it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's super fun, bro. Super fun. Set life is fun.
Casting doesn't know what they're talking about, bro.
I agree.
Come on.
That's like me being on the set of The Bold and the Beautiful. Have I told this story before? I don't know. I tell it to people here and there, but I worked on the set of Bold and the Beautiful one time or a few times, and and I was standing around some of the actors while they were just about to rehearse, and one of the actresses, she was like, "Hey, what's your name? Are you here to act with us in the scene?" And I'm like, "No, I might be bold enough, but I'm definitely not beautiful enough, to be."
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So they got a good kick out of that. Here I pulled up the Kane Hodder photo.
Let's see this.
Him. Let's see the comparison. What you guys think? What do you?
Thank you, Summer. Yo, I could see it. I could see you guys. He might be like your older brother or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like canny, but it's I could see it.
Yeah.
So, this picture is nice. Oh yeah, and then you got
there's another one.
Yeah, that's nice.
There's another one. Yeah. So
your facial hair is naturally doing like a goatee color kind of situation, which I think is
I know
it a little bit.
Dude, I didn't even know that it was doing that until like a year ago. And I'm like, what the fuck is, I was looking at pictures with my last girlfriend, and I was like looking at a picture. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my face right there? And she was like, that's what it looks like. I'm like, no way. I need to look in the mirror more often. I'm like, oh no. I don't know. I need to do something. I need to do I'm worried that like if I try to do the coloring of the beard, that all will look fucking like Eminem. And like look ridiculous, and I do not want to look ridiculous.
Well, Christian, I mean, you do already kind of look.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about dyeing my hair. I don't know. My girlfriend just dyed her hair black, and I was thinking about following suit, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Okay.
So
this was many colors back in the day.
Yeah, I believe
a lot of options now.
So. I used to have a purple mohawk back in the day. That was pretty cool. I had a double mohawk at one point.
A picture next week.
Yeah, it was pretty skunktacular. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't great. Oh, yeah, Summer says she has a question for Alex. I'm just
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Put it up on the screen here.
What's your question, Summer? We're here to answer all your weird questions. What's up, Stephanie? Good to see you, dude.
Oh, that's my friend Stephanie.
Oh, nice.
I have one friend. Her name is Stephanie.
Nice.
Okay, that is an infinite amount more of friends than before.
Yes.
Oh,
okay, here we go. Here we go. Alex, have you ever appeared in any of the Critter movies?
I want to say I was a critter in all of the Critter movies, but no.
Yeah, I thought you were Critter number 4, the one that was making love to the other critter.
She said she's saying you look like a krite.
You might.
I don't know if there's an actor that looked like. I don't know. I used to get confused for not like when I was like 16. I looked a fuck ton like Corey Feldman in Stand By Me specifically, and that was my celebrity thing. And then the 2000s happened, and my hair pre-beard, I got confused for the Verizon wireless guy on occasion. Can you hear me now?
Really interesting.
I had hair. I wore the Dickies jacket. I didn't have a beard. It was kind of, So I've been through phases, but I have never been said critters. That's me.
I can see it.
5 years old. There
Honestly, I can see it, bro. Like you can tell it's like right before the hair disappeared.
Before I lost the hair. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like if I put picture hair on your head, it's that image. So.
God, I had great teeth back then, though, huh?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So Hunter, so last week, we haven't really fucking gone over the show today, but today, here's my show intro, everybody. Hunter's going to be talking about the horror movie Sting that we missed last week. Alex brings up the Punks on film called it's a studio movie called The Runnin Kind. Is that what it was?
The Runnin Kind, 1989, put out by Universal.
I watched the early 90s. Where's my fucking tape of it? The early 1991 erotic thriller Shattered.
Ooh, I think I have that.
I also am going to talk about Doc of Chucky, which is out on Shudder right now. And Alex and I are getting heavy into Death of a Unicorn. Heavy into it. So, but first, I want to start with Hunter. Since we missed your segment last week, what is this movie Sting all about?
Yo, so I watched a movie called Sting. It's Christian's frozen. That's cool.
Segments before news.
At least I wasn't picking my nose this time.
But I watched a movie called Sting, which is a movie about a asteroid that brings a space spider to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts as a very wee itty bitty little spider, but as the movie goes, it grows and grows. It was a fun, I think it was an Australian film, or it was maybe produced in Australia, indie, but it got a wide release.
Did it come out last year?
Yeah, it was a recent. It just dropped on some streaming service.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull up the
yeah,
trailer.
throw the trailer, bro. It's I think we might have watched the trailer in the past. On this show, yeah.
Oh, did we?
We might have.
Might be in
but
Forgetful Nelly. Okay.
I'm a huge sucker for giant insect movies, dude. I think they're super fun. I will say Sting left something to be desired, and I'm not even quite sure what it was. Probably just more. I wish that maybe there had been more spider, but that said, I probably would think that about any giant spider movie.
Yeah.
I'm sad that it doesn't star either the wrestler Sting or the singer Sting. This is what I'm upset about right now.
Well, the singer Sting did the voices of the spider.
Charlotte!
Oh,
I need you to watch that.
And the spider does sing.
Because he's 6 months old and he eats paper.
Every time I try and connect, she takes 2 steps back.
I don't think we've seen this trailer.
Yeah, we did not.
You hungry?
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's Sting.
Fucking did it.
Cool. We're gonna call you Sting. Hi, Eric.
Don't stand.
Does spider grow twice as big in a couple of hours?
No, that is a physiological impossibility. Sweet Jesus, what the hell happened to it?
Rats.
I don't think a rat's gonna do that.
Spider only know 2 things.
Oh!
Eat and kill.
What kind of spider are we talking about here? A big one.
Spider bite will paralyze its prey
Spider is getting bigger, and it's going into growth
because it
now.
likes to feed
Now it's gigantic.
on living flesh.
It's turned into a full creature. Yeah.
We have to deal with this
You got
together.
like Raid and the Super Station.
Sting.
That's your spider?
Dude, so
All right. What'd you
pretty
think?
fun movie. It's a pretty fun movie. But yeah, check it out. I recommend it.
That's it. That's all you got.
I recommend it. Yeah, I recommend it. I will say there's some cool spider cocoon action. There's definitely some cool kills.
Okay.
The special effects are really good. And yeah, it's a good, nice little giant spider movie.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take that. That's it.
Yeah.
We'll keep going. I think it's time for a little news. Let's do it. All right. First up, we have 2 movies out, 2 horror movies out that are in the box office that just came out. One of them, Death of a Unicorn, which we will be covering later in this show, so stay tuned for that. And The Woman in the Yard, which we watched the trailer of a few weeks ago. So Woman in the Yard got number 4, and Death of a Unicorn number 5. So at least there's 2 horror movies in the top 10.
Wow.
Not bad at all. And then from there, actually, Hunter, I wanted to bring this up because I think I sent it to you guys the other day, but I thought this was pretty fucking cool. That someone, here we go, flipping it over. I went over to upcominghorrormovies.com the other day, just randomly, just checking the news and all that. And they happened to have a review of our movie, and they reviewed it 9 out of 10. To Jennifer, 9 out of 10.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's I believe Meredith Brown wrote this review.
So it's Meredith. Oh yes, okay, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Okay,
But no, Meredith has been a huge supporter of the Jennifer franchise and everything. And Summer, if you've seen 2 Jennifer, that might be where you recognize Mr. Alex Napiwocki, because I think his face shows up in that. Or for Jennifer. And you're in From Jennifer, aren't you in all the sequels?
I am in all 3 sequels. I got a cameo.
Yeah, dude.
But no, really, that should be called To Alex, because I'm kind of the franchise hero, if you think.
And I'm in 2, making out with my girlfriend at the time, right? That's the one.
Yeah.
And then I'm in 3.
And then you're in 4.
Oh, I'm in 4.
You're in 3 as well, I think.
I'm in 3 too.
Were you in the same scene Napiwocki was in?
I'm in
you were in the same scene as me. I was like a special effects guy, and you were like a AD type or whatever the clip was.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Of course you don't.
Yeah, you guys are both in all 3.
There was a party scene that I was in one of these movies. I think it might have been the.
You were in the party scene in my movie for sure.
At your house. No, but at your house. At your
that
Halloween
was 4.
party.
That was 4.
Number 4. Yeah.
And then Frank.
And then in 2 there was the party at the like little Burbank townhousey kind of thing Hunter had, or the apartment.
So there was the Burbank place in 2, and then Frank Merle's scene was the film shoot. Were you? I think you were there, bro.
No, I don't remember that.
It was like
You're
a 100%
are in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
yeah, you're in all of it. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. But no, that's a really sweet review from Meredith, and that's how I met Meredith after she wrote that review. So when we started following each other on social
really?
media.
So that's like an old review being popped up late.
Meredith Brown is a baller, dude. She's a great, awesome film critic and friend. She's
I remember she and I were connected with my old Facebook, and I got hacked, so I don't have that Facebook anymore. But I'll need to.
Did you get hacked?
Yeah, I got hacked. I got hacked. So speaking of Leprechaun, we did our Leprechaun ranking the other 2 weeks ago. I think it was.
God, we're back to Leprechaun, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, zombie fly
I just
girls.
wanted to bring it back into the picture.
Zombie fly girls. Zombie fly girls.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Summer hates us right now.
I just wanted to make note that Angel Melanson over at Fangoria, which I met Angel the last Monsterpalooza for the first time, but she wrote up a nice little article about the 2 Hood movies of Leprechaun. So, and then also I just happened to notice today that there's another article. Felipe Vargas was supposed to be directing a new Leprechaun movie, and he's no longer attached to it. So that I guess there's a new Leprechaun in the works, and it is not. It's in flux now. Who knows what's going to happen with it?
Another reimagining.
Well, but I think they were. They're probably going to try to keep the humor. I don't think they were going to go back to Leprechaun origins and screw things up. Here's the next piece of news. Black Mirror season 7 trailer just dropped.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
I really want to see it.
And let's take a look at the trailer.
Don't freak out. I don't freak out. I never freak out.
Rivermind is a revolution in neurological science.
Dude, I fucking get down hard with Black Mirror.
You're running ads through me? Have you tried espresso grande? The beans are roasted slow and long for a richer, smoother taste.
Do you remember me? Cole with Manor High? Oh my God.
She's done nothing wrong.
I know. She changes things.
No one is doing anything.
Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Close your eyes.
Yeah.
My role is to help you relive and to curate your fondest memories of her.
She's in there, but I can't see her.
Get me out of here. Redream is a system that we're using. We're making the movie in real time. They're AIs. They're constructs. None of this is real.
I'm as real as you are. Murder attempt imminent.
I don't see any political leaders fucking pigs, which is the whole plot of the first episode. And it's probably the
the
peak.
deeper our connection became. Now I could receive that first message.
A greeting.
Summer, Black Mirror's kind of Twilight Zone. They're all like individuals, so you might like some episodes and not all of them.
It's the
Yeah.
remaining players versus the 5 of us.
Sci-fi, pecky, alternate-y.
We are fucked.
One of my favorite Black Mirrors is
Where he fucks the pig.
Metalhead. The
Oh,
black
the dog.
the black and white robot dog one. That's and it uses the Shining soundtrack.
Oh, they did. I didn't even fucking notice that.
Yeah, Summer, if you haven't seen the episode oh my god, I just said it. Metalhead.
Metalhead, yeah.
Yeah, check that one out. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean this season looks pretty good. I mean, we got, Issa Rae, we got Aquafina, love her or hate her, and then Will Poulter, who's also stars in The Death of Unicorn. So he's really good in that movie, in The Death of the Unicorn. But and then two of my current girlfriends, Rashida Jones and Kristen Milioti, both are in this season, so I'm excited.
Oh, did you say your girlfriend's Rashida Jones?
Yeah, that's my current girlfriend.
Oh, cool.
And then my main squeeze is Kristen Milioti.
Oh, great.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
She's the mother from that. You know what? So not my last girlfriend, but 2 girlfriends ago, the 2 out of the 3 girlfriends both watched How I Met Your Mother, and then by the time they were done with the show, they broke up. We broke up. So
it's kind of a jinx show, huh?
Yeah,
so
it's
if
now
you're ever trying to get out of a relationship, you just go.
Yeah,
hey, let's
episode
watch another
1,
episode.
start that shit. Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to watch it anymore. It's over.
If you want, if you want the strength to leave your relationship or vice versa, show them or watch How I Met Your Mother, and like 8 years later, because it's like I don't know how many damn fucking seasons, 10 seasons, you will have a separation. But that's the only reason why I watched that show, and how you can easily fall for Kristen Milioti toward the end when she actually shows up in the series.
Neil Patrick Harris is fucking fantastic.
It's actually, I would have never watched it because I kind of gave up on sitcoms years ago, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was really smart. It wasn't all the way great, but overall, it actually was really good. A really good show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was I like it. But yeah, Black Mirror. It's been a while since I've seen any Black Mirror episodes. So.
I love Black Mirror. I think it's one of the best shows on TV.
Yeah.
But it is like, it's there's going to be episodes you really like, and there's going to be episodes that you might not like so much, and all the episodes will make you feel uncomfortable or some sort of way. Like it's
just
a pretty
like film villains.
Yeah, it's just like film.
No, but the pig fucking episode made me feel right at home though. Like I felt really
well, yeah, that one, yeah. People get hung up on the pig fucking episode. That's a great episode. Don't get it wrong. But there's also some other really, really, really good episodes.
Yeah. And I just rewatched that one. God damn it! What is it called? It's San Jacinto, about the girl.
Oh, San Junipero.
Oh, San Junipero. Yeah. There it is. I just rewatched that one like a year or 2 ago. And I didn't like it at first, but I realized I probably fell asleep through it, and I watched the whole thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a fucking really interesting episode. I didn't love the whole thing, but it's still
that's the one that like is everybody's favorite episode. And if I'm being completely honest, that's literally my least favorite episode of the whole series.
Yeah, it's weird that people really took to it, but I've kind of understood why.
I get it too.
It's pretty fucking solid.
It's a beautiful episode. I just really like that episode lacked any sort of horror element. All the other episodes are a little creepier. That episode's not creepy at all. It's just honestly moving. But when it comes to Black Mirror, I want that creep factor, bro.
Yeah. I mean, so Alex,
you just need a mirror for that, Hunter. If you have a mirror, you will have the creep factor.
Yes,
I got the creep factor. I got the creep factor for sure.
Here's some.
What do we got? I heard my name.
Here's some new news here that Alex brought up, or I don't know how new it is, but there's this.
This is for Hunter.
This lovely teacher here. She likes her students so much that she did this
What
with
the
them,
fuck?
and
She had a
60 times.
a drug-fueled sexy time with several of her students, and she made them all wear ghost face
Well,
masks.
they were wearing ghost face masks.
That
Is this
how
real?
we tie it in. This is real.
What is this? What is this, guys?
Yeah, it's on the
I mean,
TMZ.
this is TMZ. That's as
This
real
is
as it gets.
TMZ. Okay, I honestly
Yeah.
do trust TMZ.
You have to
more
trust
than
TMZ.
almost anybody else. I'm not
That's
even
the
kidding.
realest of news in 2025.
TMZ has honestly been like one of the most like tried and true journalistic outlets for like the last like 10 years. But unfortunately, they just report on shit like this. But you know, it's fact checked at least.
Yeah,
29 felonies.
Dude, you know what? I just gotta say it now. Like, actually, we're gonna get flagged if I even say what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, don't fucking canoodle with youngsters. That's what I'm gonna say.
No,
Yeah.
100%. But
Jesus Christ.
I am.
I hope she does go to jail if this is true. Like,
She
you just don't
should.
do that shit.
Yeah, but then I'm also wondering, like, why? Where's this school district, and why didn't I grow up in the school district? I know,
You know what?
but then again, you look at, it's like.
But you got to see all the. I need to see a lot of facts, and if everyone's in a scream mask, really, we don't know who's behind the mask. You know.
Yeah.
This is gonna require some investigation.
I mean, it's fucked because, like, these kids, there's going to be some high fives at school right now and stuff, but like, then they're going to try to have adult relationships, and someone's going to have a scream mask, and there's a whole lot of shit that is going to come up later. But
it's a super fail. It's a super fail for sure.
Super fail.
But,
Hunter, have you ever brought a scream mask into the bedroom?
I wish I could say no, but that might not be entirely true. Maybe not a scream mask, but I have a mask collection.
I'm just gonna bring up this next thing real quick. It's not necessarily news, but I was watching some murder documentaries on YouTube the other day. There is a girl who was an author with her mother, and she's maybe in her early 20s. Let me pull up this. There's a bunch of YouTube documentaries about her. Her name is Tucker Moore Reed. And
Ewu, great channel, yeah.
And she killed her uncle in like a kind of, he was, they thought he was going to come in and try to kill him. He's trying to get some like paperwork signed to kind of get in on the lease of her grandmother. She shot him. She got arrested, but she was filming it while she was shooting him. She tried to get away with it, but got arrested. Then her mom had money to bail her out, and then while she was out on bail, she decided to star in a horror movie, and this is all up in Oregon. And the horror movie is called From the Dark. And hold on, there we go. And here, I'm gonna show you what she looks like. Where is she? And well, it comes up, but either way, she shot the horror movie. Then she got convicted and spent several years in jail. She took a plea deal and didn't spend more than like 5 years in jail somehow for killing her uncle. And then now she's out. She just got out a few months ago. That's her right there. Her name is in the movie she called herself Win Reed. So they didn't know that she was a murderer when they were making the movie with her,
bro,
because she fucking told them a different name.
Diabolical.
So it is time to start doing background checks on all the chicks we have in our movies, man.
Holy
There's
crap,
a good
bro.
chance if you were the producer, though, you'd be like, oh shit, you're a fucking convicted murderer? Like, come on, we've got a fucking spot for you.
Yeah,
I'm like, now I want to watch the movie.
We
like,
need her on Film Villains.
Knowing
what
what
right now, call to
I'm
action,
serious.
Film Villains, Win Reed, we have space for you.
From
I have so many questions.
I'm super, she's pretty cute. I mean, she's all right looking, like
this is like your dream girl, actually.
Yeah, like Win
convicted
Reed.
killer, out of jail. Fucking
anybody knows Win Reed, let her know. We're looking to cast her in our next movie.
I've got friends in Oregon. We can't be too far away from this.
yeah, exactly. So
road trip, bro. Road trip.
Yeah. Alex, you got something that we're going back to Punks on Film, are we? We're doing Punks on
Yeah,
Film?
I think
Punks
Punks
on
Film.
Film. Yeah.
All right. Alex, take it
And you're
away.
like, that music intro is so good for Punks on Film. It's a band called Animals and Children. I may or may not be the guitarist and singer.
That is Alex's band.
Shameless self-promotion. If you're on YouTube, you got to do it.
Yes.
Punks on Film. This was my segment when we started this show, and it's something that I may be one of the top 20 utmost authorities of punk rock movies on film at this point because of this show. I saw a deep fucking cut the other day. I've never even heard of this fucking movie. It is called The Runnin Kind.
Okay, yeah.
Either of you ever hear anything
No,
about
I had
The
never
Runnin'
heard of
Kind?
it before you brought it up. Yeah.
So The Runnin Kind is a snapshot. Is it a great movie? It's not necessarily a great movie. Is it an amazing fucking snapshot of like Los Angeles, 1988 underground punk rock scene? It is probably the best visual of that exact location. This was written by a local punk rock mainstay. Her name is Pleasant Gaiman. She was a writer for like Rolling Stone. She did a magazine called Lobotomy in the 70s. Her roommate would have been the guitarist from the Cramps and the lead singer of the Go-Go's. She is fucking LA punk rock ground zero. She wrote this about her cowpunk, like alt country band she had at the time called the Screamin' Sirens. And they are actually the band in this movie.
Oh, cool.
So it stars that dude who I should have his name and stuff like that out because I'm doing a show right now. David Packer as Joey Curtis. As far as I can tell, his biggest credit is he played one of the emergency room doctors in RoboCop. Sick facts.
Okay.
So he's like a yuppie about to be a lawyer, take over his dad's firm, post-graduating college, midlife crisis is what's going on, I guess, essentially.
Okay.
And he and his buddies end up at this rock club on the outskirts of town, and he sees this drummer girl, Bree Howard, who mega babe, and she's moving to LA to go take on the dream.
Okay.
And he takes a look around and is like, I'm going to go fucking find that girl, Thunder. I'm going to LA. Disgraceland in Hollywood, that is a super famous fucking punk house. That is actually where Pleasant, the writer of this movie, lived. Many of bands were hosted there. Billy Idol stayed there. DOA stayed there. All the punks lived the thing. That's their... It is so LA. They're at Pink's Hot Dogs right now. And anyone that's not in LA doesn't understand the significance of Pink's Hot Dogs. But Pink's Hot Dogs, it's the hippest, coolest fucking hot dog in all of Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah.
So he moves to LA. He tracks down he stays with some family. He tracks down the girl. The other family doesn't know where he's in. This is the late 80s. So you could just, if you didn't have no one had a cell phone, no one had a pager, you could just disappear. If you were just not in the room with somebody, they had no idea where you were. They hire a private detective. They're looking for him.
Oh, James Cromwell, too. Holy shit.
There's some Rosie Flores, who you may know if you're into rockabilly at all. She's had a pretty successful solo career. There is a young Juliette Lewis playing the lead's brother. And she's only in it for a couple of minutes. Obviously, those scenes are the best acted scenes in the movie for sure.
Yeah.
But
it looks like a big budget punk movie.
So they filmed it as an indie, but somehow it actually got released by Universal fucking Pictures.
Wow.
And I have no idea how that happened.
Dude, well, it's Susan Strasberg's in it, and James Cromwell wasn't probably super famous, and Susan Strasberg probably wasn't as famous in the 80s.
Is she the mom from Charles in Charge?
She's from
Charles in Charge.
Yeah, I mean, she's from the 60s, so she was in the psychedelic movies of the 60s and into the 70s. I forget the one the one where she. Either way, she's in one of the psychedelic movies that Roger Corman made in the 60s.
This is definitely Roger Corman-y on brand. It's definitely B movie status, but with a somehow it got a big release, but it fell through the cracks. This has never been on streaming. This has never had a DVD release.
Wow.
In my research, I can find one VHS copy for sale in Canada. This is a fucking deep cut. But really? What else that means is that it's available on YouTube for free because nobody gives a shit about this movie. So you can just log on to YouTube right now and watch this in all of its cheesy glory. But this movie you know, it's got like a romance, but Pleasant is that blonde right there. She's the one that wrote this film. And she didn't want to do the cookie cutter, you know, she wanted the real, like, okay, band's going on the road. Like, the love isn't going to make it. Guy ends up back going home at the end of the movie. He doesn't live there. But essentially, he runs into town, sees this all-girl band that doesn't have a drummer. He's like, oh, I know a drummer. And he also happens to be a lawyer, as I mentioned. So he becomes their manager and is looking at their shitty contract. Like, it all starts because he's at the recording studio and is like, 50%? What's that about? And they're like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, you're our manager now. Fucking awesome. But why this movie is so cool is it is filmed in the underground of LA with someone who had full access to the underground of LA. Pleasant Gaiman, like I said, she was booking shows at the Whiskey, putting bands up. So it is filmed at Club Lingerie, which was a super famous club. That's like essentially ground zero for like Porno for Pyros and fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers and Fishbone, like those, what was going on that wasn't the glam rock on the Sunset Strip, because that's what's taking over at this point in the mainstream.
Yeah.
So we have actual live footage of Fishbone in this. We have footage of the band Tex and the Horseheads, which Act probably is familiar with.
No, I don't know
Jones.
No, I do not.
They're just before, you know, they're essentially creating alt country right now. They're mixing the punk rock ethics with the country, you know, vibe and roots.
Okay.
Which made way for, you know, some pretty successful careers later on in life. But it's filmed at the coolest places. It has some of the cool. It's got TSOL during their really weird phase where they have a different singer and they're a glam rock band. Joe Wood, he's actually one of the stars of the movie. It takes place at Raji's, the 00 Club, like some super historic places that aren't documented in that Penelope Spheris scene.
Yeah.
We know so much more about the early 80s LA punk rock scene because there were some really good documentaries about it. This is kind of any documentaries going on were about Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue. Like, this was the other category. So it's kind of lost. I've been reading about these places my whole life and I had no idea what they actually look like.
Yeah.
You've got cameos from El Duce from The Mentors. You got cameos from Rodney Bingenheimer, Rodney on the Rock. The Runnin Kind. I'd never heard of it. I had a good time.
It's wild.
Yeah. So it's on YouTube. Get it while you can.
Looks like a hell of a lot of fun. I'm definitely down to check that out.
The Runnin Kind.
The Runnin Kind.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most that exists about it on the internet now is this.
Is this Film Villains episode.
This is where we're going to get references for it for the rest of time.
That's great.
But, yeah.
Dude, you got some mad punks on film knowledge, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Alex is like a real punk, bro.
Alex on film.
Alex
on film. I'm going to you know, when
Punks on
Film
Film's
Villains ends up aging out because Act's gonna, you know, Act's in his 60s over here and he's going to give up soon. The show will just be Punks on Film at that point.
So last night I watched a movie. I'm going to bring that up next, but as I was falling asleep while watching the movie that I was trying to watch.
That makes sense.
Of course. And I fucking went into bed and then I was like, oh, I'm still kind of wired and awake. So I started watching this. I realized that on Shudder, there's a documentary called Doc of Chucky by my fellow cohorts, Michael Perez, who's a manager of a lot of people in the industry of the horror industry, and he kind of reps people for conventions and stuff, and Tommy Huston, who was also, both of those guys are in the My Favorite Horror Movie books that we did. So, but yeah, it's and Tommy Huston, he
available
also,
now on Amazon.com.
Yeah. He also did like the Jason documentary. So he's like Tommy is really, really good at documentaries. So it's really cool to see this. Let me show you guys this 45-second trailer. I watched the first 45 minutes of this last night, and if you love fucking Chucky, You have to fucking see this.
I
It's
do
on
get down
Shudder.
with Chucky, honestly.
Yeah, you.
I
alright,
almost did Bride of Chucky today. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I might love him enough to watch 46 minutes of the thing that we're talking about right now.
Born, and it was Chucky.
You wanna play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's part of horror history.
I'd like to take credit for that.
They took a pay cut because I wanted more money.
It required me screaming and feeling all that pain.
I think we went too far with it.
Oh my god.
I think we had too much fun.
Welcome to the cult.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah. And,
Chucky's the gift that keeps on giving.
I got
I
a pretty
know.
fun Don Mancini story.
Oh yeah, really? Yeah, I have.
What you got?
Yeah. I
Oh,
have
no,
some
I'm sure you got some too, Christian.
yeah.
But I was
No, we
working. I was working on a show called Halloween Wars, which was a cooking show on the Food Network, and it was every episode had a guest judge, and one day Don Mancini is the guest judge.
Right.
So I'm at the lunch table with him, or I see him sitting by himself in like the common area where everyone's eating. So I like kind of sit across from him, and we start talking, and he starts telling me about Child's Play. And he was saying that and this was before Cult and Seed of Chucky, before any of the Netflix Child's Play movies. This was like many, many years ago, before the reboot and all that.
After Bride.
Yeah. This was like Seed was the last one that had happened. And,
Seed, yeah.
Yeah. But he was telling me that he was like, yeah, like I really want to keep making Chucky's in this franchise, and the studio wants to reboot it. And he was like, at a crossroads with it. But he was saying like, I want to keep making, stuff in my vision or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then sure enough, the studio rebooted it, but they didn't have the rights to Chucky, which is why it's Buddy. And all the studio had was the title rights for Child's Play. They didn't have any of the Chucky rights. So props to Don Mancini, dude. And I'm glad he wrote it through, because the Cult is fucking awesome. Curse is awesome. The show is really good, dude. I'm a big Chucky guy, man. I love Chucky. So it was cool. It was cool to shoot the shit about Chucky though with Don Mancini, man. It was I was a bit starstruck.
Yeah, that's fucking really cool. Like I've hung out with Christina Leese over the years a few times, with 'cause she's friends with Felissa Rose. She's from Chucky 2 and 90210. But
Emily Valentine.
Yeah, Emily Valentine. But my friend Sean Decker brought me in on this, and Jack Ulrich. They brought me in on this thing to direct, and this was a few years ago, and it was like a documentary interview show about Tom Holland, and who's directed Child's Play #1. And I'm like, holy shit, I get to direct the director, Tom Holland. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So the first thing that we did was we went to his house and just did like a little pre-interview with him to kind of, because we were trying to raise money on what, I don't know, Indiegogo, one of those fucking things. And so yeah, I got to go and check out like his house, and this is one of the cool pictures. I totally forgot about this picture, but yeah, look at that. I got to hang out with an actual good guy doll from the original movie.
Oh, that's dope.
In the toy store.
Is that Kane Hodder?
Yeah.
What is Kane Hodder doing with that Chucky doll?
Yeah, but got to hang out with Tom a few times, and become friendly with him, and so yeah, he's a great guy. And what the cool part about Doc of Chucky is that, like, I was wondering, because Tom has his, the kind of the thing that we talked about on our the show that we did. It was called 2 Minutes with Tom Holland, and ended up being way longer than 2 minutes, but that he always felt kind of slighted, that he was always left out of the conversation about the creation of Chucky. That Mancini and Kirshner always just talked about how they did this and they did this, and they did, of course, but it was Tom. It was finally watching the first 45 minutes of Doc of Chucky, which I only got through, like, it was still on the first film. This documentary is like 6 hours long, so if you're gonna go into this, you're gonna just love it if you love Chucky, right? And I don't think they cover the TV show or anything, or the remake, of course, but it was finally nice to see Tom getting his due because he got to say, yeah, I brought in the elements of the Charles Lee Ray and all that stuff. So yeah,
hell yeah.
it's really cool to see them all, sharing not a screen together, but sharing the project, the movie together, Doc of Chucky. So go check that out. It's on Shudder right now. So another thing that I watched over last night. Okay, so when you were bringing up when you showed your erotic section of your VHS last week, I was like, dude, I have to talk about Shattered, and I have not seen Shattered in well over 25 years. Maybe I saw it in college, and I probably saw it in the early 90s when it came out. This is a movie starring Tom Berenger, what's her name, Annabelle, Greta Scacchi, Bob Hoskins, and a few and Corbin Burnson, of course. And so it when I first watched it, it immediately became my favorite mystery movie. It has one of the most jaw-dropping endings you could ever even think of, and there's a 99% chance you can't even understand what's going on in this movie while you're watching. And
so kind of like a Film Villains episode.
Yeah, exactly. And watching it again, and knowing that ending, I'm like, oh yeah, fucking, I'm seeing all the things, and it's all making sense. But it's still one of the most ridiculous concepts on the planet, which I'm not going to reveal. But you can watch this movie online. I think it's a cut up on YouTube in like 10, 15 different parts. So you could probably watch it in a multi-part series on YouTube, or you can pay to rent it. But I'm going to show you the trailer. Okay, let me tell you. Well, I'll show you the trailer, and we don't even have to tell you the story. Here we go.
Maybe you can do both. Yeah. Maybe you can show us the trailer and tell us the story.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just keep talking so you don't have to hear.
For the visual and for the audio. Yeah. We're learning both ways here.
The beginning of this. Oh, and it's directed by Wolfgang Peterson of Never Ending Story fame. So this came out in the heyday of erotic thrillers, right? I mean, you had your Fatal Attraction, and then it went into fucking Basic Instinct and Sliver and The Hand That Rocks the Cradle and fucking the one with Julia Roberts sleeping with the enemy. And so this one is fucking. Oh, and Color of Night starring Bruce Willis. I'm gonna watch this one soon, so I'll bring that one up later. But this movie is about Tom Berenger and his wife. They get into a car accident. They go off a cliff, and she flies out of the car, and he fucking tumbles. And it's one of the greatest car accidents I've ever seen put on film. I mean, this car fucking goes down the hill. Like, they must have had 3 or 4 cars to do multiple takes, because It is fucking phenomenal. And so he wakes up in the hospital. She wakes up in the hospital first, and she's like, the doctor's like, yo, you're good. And she's like, oh, I'm good. How about my husband? And he says, well, he's kind of fucked up. And so she walks in and goes to see him, and he's his face is just mangled. He's super fucked up. And so he fucking he goes through all this surgeries to get his facial reconstructions and all this shit, and they have a picture of his face. It's just wild shit, just trying to rebuild what he looked like. And so they bring him out, and but the thing is, he has complete amnesia, and it may last his lifetime. So he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know his wife. She comes in and she's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, who are you? And shit. And so the whole movie is Tom Berenger trying to figure out who the fuck he is, what's going on, and he's digging up all these little secrets about his past. And what eventually happens is a mind blower of a fucking shock. It puts M. Night Shyamalan to shame, I would say. It is fucking phenomenal. So, but on the other hand, it's cheesy. It's a kind of a cheesy. You have to give yourself to this movie and just go with it. Don't fucking worry about too much logic, but for the most part, the logic is all there, but it's a blast,
It
and it
looks
moves.
awesome, dude.
It moves at a rapid pace. You know, if you're a younger person who likes movies that go super fast and that kind of stuff, this thing fucking is a super. It does not fuck around. It is 1 to 2 minute scenes, and that is it.
Old people can have ADD too, bro.
Well, I know, but yeah, you know, it's like, yeah,
I'm like
I get it.
It's for the
95%
TikTok
sure I have
generation.
this.
It's fast.
Yeah, it's super fast. So I appreciated it for that. It didn't lag.
Hunter, do you have like a master list of your VHSs?
I don't.
Like a doc?
I don't. I probably should
It's time
get
to do
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry
But
to interject.
definitely check out Shattered. It's pretty phenomenal.
I don't really want to see it, but I want to know about the ending, so I can either watch it or ask ChatGPT.
I do kind of want to see it, so I don't want the ending spoiled.
Yeah,
My girlfriend and I, we watch erotic thrillers all the time, so
yeah. Well, look for this one out there in the world.
If you want to get her hot, bro, Tom Berenger, come on.
I'm thinking Bob Haskins is gonna get me hot, man, if I'm gonna be real.
Bob Hoskins plays.
Dude.
Yeah.
I
Bob
can't make it
Hoskins-
through fucking Super Mario Bros, bro. It's just too
Seriously,
sexy.
man, those Goombas, bro, I can't with those.
Bob Hoskins plays a private detective who is also
Of course, he plays the private detective,
and he fucking he's the life of the whole movie. He's fucking phenomenal. So Corbin Burnson
Hunter,
go ahead.
I have a really cool prop fact real quick. So you know the boots that are in Super Mario Bros. That are also the metal boots from fucking Face Off that keep the people attached to the fucking magnetic ground. They're the same fucking boots, bro.
That is fucking
the same
crazy.
boots.
I believe it.
It's like that meter that's in Suburban Commando that's also in fucking Ghostbusters and shit.
That is
like that.
funny. That is hilarious, dude. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen Super Mario Bros, but obviously Face Off, I'm like, I can picture those those boots perfectly.
Right.
I've seen that movie so many goddamn times.
I never bothered with the Super Mario Brothers. It didn't look good, man.
Oh, it's so wonderfully horrible, bro.
I don't have that on tape, and
Bob
I really
Hoskins
wish I
and
did.
John Leguizamo were fucking hammered the whole entire time.
Oh,
It was
really?
just- yeah, they were just like, this is shit. Fuck this. We're phoning this the fuck it. Like literally like as wasted as they could be before they even started filming. Not like you're getting drunk throughout the day. Like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
whiskey,
like never stop
let's go.
drinking. Yeah.
It's horribly awesome though, dude. It is definitely so bad it's good. Isn't Dennis Hopper the bad guy?
Oh yeah, the lizard.
Dennis
yeah.
Hopper's the bad guy.
He's
Bob
Bowser.
Hoskins. Come on, dude.
Dennis Hopper is Bowser, bro.
We are gonna do an episode just about the Super Mario Bros. Movie sometime soon. We have
Yeah.
to.
Oh, look at
You know
it.
you see that.
Stephanie says Chucky is my worst nightmare. Huh. I see, Stephanie.
Tiny gingers. It's
Yeah.
it's a thing.
That's literally everybody's worst nightmare.
It is.
So Alex and I, we watched
Can we do
Death
something?
of a Unicorn. Just came out this Friday.
No spoilers. No spoilers for
We're gonna
me and
try to
Summer. No
spoiler free
spoilers.
this one.
We're gonna have to. It's gonna be tough, but we can do it.
No
Yeah,
spoilers.
like, we
no
can-
spoilers.
We can talk about
We can talk some good and bad without spoiling.
the stuff in the trailer and all that shit. So, Alex, what did you? Well, let's start with the plot of Death of a Unicorn. Do you want to do this, or you want me to do this?
So, Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd are father and daughter going on a little trip. And while they're driving to go to his little business trip that she's there to be the sweet daughter so they can see his perfect family, they hit a fucking unicorn. That is the plot.
With their car.
Okay. With their car. Fucking Death of a Unicorn. It's not just a clever name. Like, pretty much right away, we're hitting a fucking unicorn. And then we're getting into, they're going to a wealthy elite establishment house.
It's a pharmaceutical company. A
pharmaceutical company. The
pharma
heirs
family.
of a pharmaceutical company. And these people are just like, oh shit, this is valuable. We're shady people. It's got like, I don't know what all they give away in the fucking trailer, so I don't want to spoil anything. But
Well,
it's a unicorn, so there's healing properties. It's a fucking magical
it's
being.
mystical.
And right away they're like, "Oh, fucking this could be a cure-all.
It's worth
We're
billions.
selling. It's worth billions."
Yeah,
and it's really more about that for a large part of the movie,
which
like,
is it's a really
the
great
characters
concept.
are the bad guys.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's a really great concept that you have this a unicorn that nobody has ever known about. It doesn't live in a world that their unicorns are known about. And because there's Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega bring this unicorn to this pharmaceutical house, they're like, oh, let's bring it in and let's study it. And so they bring the scientists there and they start really just studying it. So, and then they realize that Jenna Ortega realized that she had some blood on her face and she had acne, and she wipes the blood off and it cured her acne. And then Paul Rudd had something cured. And then Richard E. Grant, who, from Bram Stoker's Dracula, he has cancer. And so he's realizing that maybe I could use this to help me. And maybe this is a cure for cancer, maybe, or other diseases. And it's about a movie about greed and about, and it's kind of a movie about Paul Rudd, family, I guess. Jenna Ortega's mom died of some sort of disease. I forget. Alex, you had told me yesterday that you watched it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go watch it because we covered it before on our show. I'm like, you know what? We should probably let's just check it out.
So
I'm like, you know what? It's a horror comedy. The trailer looked really funny and fun and has a great
looks
cast.
awesome.
And when I Alex, what were your thoughts about this movie?
I'm gonna say I liked it more than you did.
Yeah, maybe you did.
I haven't heard you talk about it yet.
Yeah, we have not talked about it.
I mean, dude, it was fun. I went in, I hadn't heard good reviews. So I went in expecting the bar to be low.
Okay.
So I just got to be pleasantly surprised by anything that I liked at that point. And that's kind of the safest way to go into anything at the movie theater at this point.
But yeah, but you watch reviews, so that's not the safe way to watch a movie.
I didn't watch the review, just like people on Facebook. Friends. The Sledgehammer horror guy was just like, I didn't like Death of a Unicorn. Spoiler free, but just like I hadn't heard anything.
Oh, okay. No real review.
No one had been like, yo, bro, sick fucking movie. Go check it out. I was like, I want to see this before, that was already more information than I wanted to know going into it. So
yeah,
I went in, I'm a sucker for Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
And she plays what she plays in everything.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Paul Rudd. He is not as endearing as he normally is.
Dude, you know what? I think the world needs to talk about Paul Rudd because
he's drinking unicorn blood and not aging.
No, but
so true.
He's not. He's only playing Paul Rudd. He's only doing Paul Rudd, and like if you look at the last Ghostbusters piece of shit movie that they put out, which was
wonderful one before that they
not the wonderful one before it, but the last piece of shit,
the Frozen Empire.
Frozen Empire, which was just pure fucking garbage. He plays the exact same character in this movie that he did in that movie. It's the fucking Paul Rudd character, and it is not fucking. It's not. There's no range. There's nothing going on. It's bullshit. And it's like I'm officially tired of Paul Rudd. Like he needs to.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Paul Rudd at his worst and most cliche is still better than anything else the world had. Come on.
No, that's not true. But it's at least it's still Paul Rudd is still endearing. But these last two movies I've seen him in are just. This movie was not good. It was fucking. It was completely. Disappointing.
Wow.
From the start. I went in and they sold this thing as a horror comedy, and I'm like, okay, I'm down. I'm not like gonna expect too much, but maybe some laughs and maybe some good horror. And
I experienced both those things.
Horror
from the start. From the start, from when they actually run over the unicorn. right when she's touching the unicorn horn, Alex.
Yeah, she has her little DMT trip. Yeah.
Yeah, which was really fucking cool. I don't want to get into what actually happens right there, but that at the moment as that scene ends, that started to sour it for me already, because I was like, oh, this is kind of shitty. Like, you know, the way that they're acting, the way that Paul Rudd's acting, and especially you as an animal lover, Alex, and me as an animal lover. I like to eat them more than you do, but I love animals, and I'm not usually someone who's sensitive toward animals in movies. Like, you know, if an animal is cruel to humans, like fucking kill it in a movie. I'm fine with that.
Joe, got it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if it's an evil animal, but it just that from that point on, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna get, you know, I'm gonna be cool with this movie. Let's see how it goes. And it kept going, and I'm sitting here like counting the minutes or counting the time. Where like, when is there a laugh? And there's no laugh set up at all, like in their drive to the house. And then when they get there, there's no
two
laugh.
Characters that provide the laughs.
So it's not a comedy.
No.
Is it a horror though?
Hold on. Let me keep going. I'm saying from Paul Rudd to Jenna Ortega.
They're not the comedic part of the movie.
I'm saying them going to the house. There's zero laughs, right?
Sure.
And there could be. It's a horror comedy. Let's fucking have some sort of, but it's just flat dialogue. It's like the flat character of Jenna Ortega's like disaffected youth kind of shit. It is the dopey fucking dad who's trying to pull the family together. Bullshit that we saw in the Ghostbusters movie with Paul Rudd, and
we're showing a fractured family, bro. Fractured family.
No, but yeah, they weren't. It's like they weren't even trying.
Of themselves.
Like this movie was
pieces of themselves. The unicorn needs to die for them to get these arcs.
Yeah, no, but there wasn't. It wasn't funny. It wasn't fun. It wasn't horror enough. I mean, it was
scary.
Was
wasn't funny. Wasn't fun. Wasn't good.
No, 100%.
I had fun. I laughed. I enjoyed some of the kills. So, you know, this is what's going on.
And that's the good thing about America, guys, is that we can literally say the exact opposite things about a movie like Death of a Unicorn, and it's okay.
Yeah.
What did you think, of Anthony Carrigan and Will Poulter?
No, so Will Poulter's character was, I mean, I know, I don't remember him as an actor. I just know his face because he's very distinct.
We're the Millers, and he's in The Bear, and he's the bad guy in the last Marvel movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, none of those I've seen, but I've known his face. I've seen him somewhere, and I thought he was probably the best part of the movie. And okay, so I spent the entire first hour of the movie waiting. I'm like, I would just give me something to laugh at, please, movie. And it wasn't until an hour and 10 minutes into this damn thing where it was finally like, I got a laugh. And it was like, and then the next, like another Tia Leone said something, and then I got another laugh. And it happened to be like when they grind up the unicorn horn and snort it like cocaine. The Will Poulter, what's his name? It's not that big of a spoiler, but it's a very minute part of the movie. And there was a couple of jokes in there that made me laugh. And then there was
that was great.
Yeah, there was two, but it wasn't even the first one that he did, but there was the second one that he did. And there was a couple of kills that I was like really, that was like, oh, that's fucking cool. That was fun. Yeah, the stomp. There was and I think it was Tia Leone's. That was a good one too. So other than that, like, dude, I just
heard you say you were laughing and there were kills that you liked.
No, there were two kills that I like that I went. There was one time I went, wow. And then there was 3 laughs that I had. And I sat in the audience with another 10 people and there was 0 laughter. I actually was the only person laughing. And there was not one laugh in the entire fucking audience at all. Like 0. And I was like, I'm pretty sure everybody's fucking in this with me and nobody's fucking laughing. And I was completely disappointed. It felt like it was a first-time director, first-time feature writer. He's produced some movies, but it's like it's like a head scratcher that how did this work out where, you know, we have some mild amount of intelligent an idea, but this person does not know comedy at all, and they probably didn't even know horror at all in order to make a horror movie.
So you think the fail comes down to direction?
Yeah, and the script, 100% the script, because the script, the concepts are there, but the human cruelty toward the unicorns, like that kind of off put me too.
That's the whole point.
You know, I mean, yeah, that's the whole point. But all of, you know, it just didn't work. The tone of it didn't quite work for me.
We had to piss off the fucking unicorns, bro, because pissed off unicorns are fucking pissed off unicorns. It doesn't matter how bad the CGI is. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm with it just because I've never seen a unicorn horror movie. You know, it's like an untapped market. So I say go for it.
The movie is made for $15 million. It all went towards the actors. Like
because the unicorns don't look great. 100%.
The unicorns don't look not great.
No, I mean they have the couple of the trailer shots. They put the money toward the trailer shots of the close-ups, but that's about it, man.
Yeah, the practical up close was fine, but
you know,
CGI
like that
was.
I can forgive that if the movie is fucking good, but man, I'm just severely disappointed. I couldn't wait to get out of that theater. It was.
This just makes me love it even more.
I would probably give it a fucking.
Doesn't like it.
I would say that Leprechaun 2, which I did not like it really much at all, was very charming. I like Leprechaun 2 more than this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where does Death of a Unicorn rank on the Leprechaun scale?
I would say it's all the way at the bottom. It's like whatever it is, it's at the bottom.
It's a
under Leprechaun
Nicola
2.
Silver something. What was the?
Cubic
This
zirconia.
was better than
Cubic
the best
zirconia.
Leprechaun.
Yeah,
This was definitely much superior. But you know,
where's
on
it
the
on your
Leprechaun scale, it would be pot of gold in my book.
Wow.
On the Leprechaun scale, on a real life scale, we're probably talking a 6 out of 10. We're talking 6 out of 10 in real life.
6 out of 10 in real life, but found me gold on the Leprechaun.
Because that's where the Leprechaun scale is.
Nice.
Yeah, Summer says it sounds like another horror movie. I won't watch it all the way through. Then, yeah, I mean, Summer, just take it. Don't listen to me. I could be the wrongest person on the planet, and a lot of girls on the planet would probably say that too. So
I'd still want to watch it, so I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah,
it will be the deciding vote because
we
have. I mean, I don't think it was a great movie by any fucking means, but I'm glad I saw it. It's cool that it exists. I wasn't that attached to the main characters. The kills, I enjoyed a couple of them. I laughed a couple of times. We're snorting fucking unicorn horn. Come on. Will Poulter's great. Are you familiar with that? Did you watch Barry? Do you know NoHo Hank?
I've seen like maybe an episode.
I never watched Barry.
Yeah.
But I mean, that character is fucking awesome. Anthony Carrigan. That guy?
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
I don't know that guy.
He's almost the albino looking guy.
Yeah. He made me laugh. That dude is fucking stellar. I'm glad to see him in something with a budget that's doing some stuff.
I mean,
it's A24. No A24 film is for everybody. I don't like all of them for sure.
Yeah. I mean, his character, he didn't like, they just didn't give him anything. I didn't see anything for him at all. Yeah, there was nothing. It was like,
jokes. They're called jokes. He's comedic.
No, they're not good. They weren't good. They weren't. It was the timing of this movie. All the fucking comedic timing was just bad, dude. It was just not good at all. And the tries that they had, nothing surprising. Got to have some good humor, and it just failed. It failed.
So with my 6 out of 10 and Act 0 out of 10,
I'm like
3 out of 10.
I'm like a 3 out of 10 for that. So
okay, so 4.5 out of 10. We'll see what Hunter comes.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. You know,
yeah,
I think it looks pretty cool. Well, Summer,
it's a unicorn horror movie. I haven't seen many.
We'll talk.
Is it the best unicorn horror movie I've ever seen? It is.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, the last
bar
unicorn
is not there.
You remember The Last Unicorn?
The animated
80s
movie?
There's an 80s movie called The Last Unicorn. Yeah.
That's a horror movie?
No, not a horror movie. No.
That's what I was saying. It's the best unicorn horror movie I've ever seen.
Best unicorn horror movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Well, I just want to bring up Stephanie's comments here. She said, Chucky's my worst nightmare, but she also said, just for the record, my mother used to follow me around and chase me around with a porcelain doll saying Chucky, Chucky, and screaming Chucky at me.
That's quality parenting. That's great.
That is quality parenting, man.
The GoFundMe for Stephanie's therapy will be in the post. Just remember to click on that.
And Summer also knows what's up. The Last Unicorn made me cry. So I haven't seen it in forever, Summer, but I remember that it was super sad about a kid and a unicorn and shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, Summer, go in with Axe review. Go in expecting nothing.
Yes.
And
now,
then,
yes.
You know,
then you might be pleasantly surprised.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how actually, never mind. I want to say
that's how we make it through life.
I'm here to boost up the box office of bad movies with my bad reviews of them, which I don't like to do often, but it's a big studio movie, so we can do it, right?
How did you like it compared to Beetlejuice 2?
Oh, I liked it better than Beetlejuice 2. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I feel like that alone is a big statement.
Beetlejuice 2 was one of the worst things I've ever sat through in my entire life, and I could not believe that I had to continue sitting there. We only did it for the fuck show. I would have walked out, man. I was so pissed.
I saw you, dude. You were white. You were gripping the. It was like we were in turbulence on an airplane for too long. Like Axe just sitting there in the movie, just like. Gotta do it. It's gonna be okay.
It's like me right now. I have to pee, so I'm squirming in my chair. I'm trying to like go hold it in and shit. But
I thought we were installing a urinal under your desk, or
yeah,
whatever
dude,
fighter pilots have. The thing with the hose, the fighter pilots have, right?
I need a pee bottle or something. All right, all right. Thanks for.
Is that it for this one?
I think we did it, guys. I think we did it.
Right.
Adios, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Hey, classy, like.
Oh, end stream. There's the end stream button.